My foray into ninth grade and into organized sports is relentlessly humiliating. I'm 14 years old. I play on the junior varsity basketball team, and my glasses are always falling off. I always have a zit on my face that hurts, and puberty has just given me these brand new hips, and I have no idea what to do about them. I'm feeling restricted by my age, by my parents setting rules all the time, and by my tragic lack of athleticism. And it's frustrating because in my head, life is supposed to be better than this. I'm supposed to be sexier than this. In my 14-year-old mind, I'm supposed to be the leading lady in a sexy love story that's going to start at any minute. And I'm prepared for it because I've memorized every lyric to every Dashboard Confessional song. I've read everything that the Bible has to say about love and marriage. And I've thought about sex so much that if I got the opportunity to participate in it, I would know all of the choreography. One thing that's holding me back from realizing my dream of being a sexy leading lady is that my basketball team is always losing. We've lost every single game, and I have to claim partial responsibility for this. One day, my teammate Leanne and I are looking up our stats online when she finds out something that I have kept a secret. With more than half of the season behind us, I have only scored 1 point. But this is basketball. How do you only score 1 point? Well, it was a free throw. Apparently, in order to score, I need everyone to stand still and give me my space. What? You've only scored 1 point? Why are you even on the team? Jesus Christ, Emily. Leanne scared me, and she was way better at basketball than me. I wouldn't say that we were friends, but we lived in the same town an hour and a half away from our school where all of the games and practices were held. And I often found myself carpooling in the back of her dad's car with my wobbly glasses, my painful zits, and my big dreams. It's after one of our losing games that Leanne's dad takes it upon himself to cheer us all up. What do you say we go get some Pizza Hut? You gals earned it. Leanne's dad is the ultimate dad. He wears cargo pants, he volunteers in my little brother's Boy Scout troop, and he knows his way around a pep talk. So he takes us to Pizza Hut, and I enter the restaurant, okay, and I sit with my back to the wall, and I'm facing the restaurant. Leanne and her dad sit across from me with their backs to the restaurant, and they're facing me. So over their shoulders, I can kind of get a view of all of the people who are eating pizza in the dining room. As soon as we sit down, Leanne's dad launches into this awesome pep talk. He's like, you ladies are really starting to get the hang of this. You're nailing the defense, you're working as a team, and it is a joy to watch. Leanne, puts up her hoodie, looks at her classic iPod, and she's like, yeah, well, if Emily would score. And I kind of zone out, right? I'm just looking around the restaurant, kind of looking for something to focus on, when all of a sudden, I notice this handsome guy. He's olive-skinned, he's wearing a dark, snug hoodie, and he's older. I want to say 17, probably. So as I gaze on this hot guy's face, I do what any horny, over-Bibled 14-year-old would do. I imagine our future together. More specifically, I'm thinking about our wedding night and the moment he peels off my white dress in our Florida hotel room. At 14, this is the backstory for all of my fantasies. So as I'm thinking about what it's like to kiss an actual human, the human I'm thinking about notices me noticing him, and he cracks this awesome smile. And I'm like, oh my God, is he looking at me? Oh my God, he's looking at me. So I'm so nervous, I look back at Leanne's dad, who's still in this pep talk, and Leanne's dad says, if you ladies just persevere and be yourselves, I think, Emily, you'll start scoring, and you guys might even win a game. I cannot help myself. I have to look back at this hot stranger, and I'm sweating, and I don't know if it's because of our basketball game or if it's because I'm like facing what could be my potential future husband, but he's still looking at me and he's still smiling, and I'm pretty sure he's looking at me, and it's like, this has never happened to me before. And then his pizza comes. I'm looking at Leanne's dad, who's still continuing his pep talk, but it's starting to sound like, you know, hand-eye coordination isn't an easy thing to master. When I was your age, I practiced this. I can't even hear him anymore because handsome stranger has picked up his first slice of pizza. And he hasn't broken eye contact with me. And he takes a seductive, sexy, greasy bite of his pizza, and he's like, oh yeah, I know you like that. We haven't broken eye contact. We're still looking at each other. I'm still sweating bullets. My zits hurt, and I'm painfully aware of them. And he's like, yeah, he's chewing. The cheese is turning him on. It's amazing. I'm like, what's going on? And I'm feeling really unprepared by my trusty guides, Dashboard Confessional, and the Holy Bible. But it's happening. We have this connection that I've only read about in Song of Solomon. But it hits me that pizza isn't mentioned in the Bible, or at least not in the Old Testament. And this continues. He picks up another slice, and he looks at me, and he chews it, and it's demonstrative, and it's seductive. And I realize I'm not ready for sex, or at least I'm not ready for the part of sex that comes after this dude finishes his pizza. I'm 14. So we finish our meal. Leanne's dad wraps up his pep talk, and we leave the restaurant. But just to make sure that what we had was real, I turn around when we're on the sidewalk and I look in the Pizza Hut, and the handsome stranger waves at me. But as we're in the car driving back to the town where we live, I realize Leanne's dad is right. I just have to persevere and be myself. And one day, I'll score.